Thank the Lord for so much just coming back once again. Big shout out to everybody. To all the piano players, this is a small tip. Piano players and keyboard players, and most of y'all already know this. Most of y'all know this, but to those who won't do it and don't know about it, which is I'm talking about the sustain pedal. Every piano player need to get used to their sustain pedal. Or if you're on the keyboard, get your foot pedal because that is another trick to playing. You can do so much with playing, but if you don't have that sustain pedal, you can't improvise like you need to. And I always tell people this, I see a lot of musicians, they always get mad at themselves, and half of them don't even play with a sustain pedal and wonder why, well, I don't sound like this person, or I don't sound like I'm doing what you're doing. First of all, everybody play different. But the trick is use your sustain pedal. If you haven't gotten used to it, start playing with your sustain pedal and you can do a whole lot more. That's the difference between the organ and the piano also. See, an organ, you can't hold those notes down like that. Well, they got things coming out now where they making it where you can, but if you're on a piano, man, especially a baby grand, use that sustain pedal. Especially if you are a singer, you sing and play all the time, get used to using your sustain pedal. I just like to give folks all the tips I can think of because I see many keyboard players who don't use a sustain pedal and they wonder why they can't get their notes right and things. And like I say, everybody play different. Everybody on different levels. You know, I don't play like a lot of people. A lot of people don't play like me. And I had a good question about this video, and I always tell people, it just seems like I'm doing a whole lot, but I'm not. My pedal is doing all the work. See, one thing I love about a piano, you can hit one chord, and you can move on down on the other end with your right hand and just, oh man, y'all know how it goes to those who use your sustain pedal, because a lot of people can't play without their sustain pedal. I'm going to say this, I can play without my sustain pedal, but I don't like to because I don't sound the same. I done got so used to playing with my sustain pedal that I don't want to play without it because there is a big difference in the way you're going to play. So we need to get familiar with the sustain pedal. They don't cost that much. They really don't. You know, and you will find out how different you would sound if you would buy you a sustain pedal. Because I tell any keyboard player, if you're going to play that piano, use that sustain pedal. And keep on practicing. I know at first it's hard to deal with. And now I tell people like this, you know, you got that foot pedal is vice versa. You know, sometimes it plays without your foot on the pedal. I mean, it'll sustain without your foot on the pedal. Or some of them got a switch on the back where you can flip it around and put it to where when you hold it down with your foot, it sustains. You know, some people like to play it the other way. It's all according to you and your style, but you would never know which way you like to use if you don't ever get the foot pedal, period. So learn to play with that foot pedal. Learn all 12 keys. Learn those 9s, those 11s, those 13s, those majors. All you can, those clusters, those diminished chords, all keys. Because when you use your sustain pedal, especially when you got a bass player, it is so beautiful. The piano is so beautiful, period. There is beauty in all 12 keys. People, don't limit yourself to one key, the 2 keys, the 3 keys. Learn all 12. Because what you can do in C, you can do in B. What you can do in B, you can do in F sharp. What you can do in F sharp, you can do in G. You can A flat, just on down, all 12 keys. Once you start learning, you will see that. The thing is, make it comfortable. The most comfortable way for you. Some people like to jump all over the keyboard, and some people like to just stay right there. They play the chords that keep them close together. So once you learn your style, stop getting so caught on trying to play like somebody else. You can learn from somebody else, but you have to learn your style because what somebody else is doing might not work for you. Some people's hands are smaller, some people's hands are bigger. Some people like the chord, some people like to run all over the place. So it's up to you and your style because piano is also all about creativity. If you don't learn how to be creative and play your style, what fits to you, what chords you do, I don't know why I'm going this long in the video, but once you start learning, get you a vocabulary of chords. I call it vocabulary because the more and more you learn, it's just like learning words. It's just like learning the Bible. If you don't learn one scripture, go to the next. Get you a vocabulary with the chords. If you know the 7s, you know, learn the different inversions of the 7. Once you learn all inversions, move on to something else. Say you want to learn all your 9s, learn all your 9s in all 12 keys. Learn all your 13s, whatever it is, you know, challenge yourself because the piano is beautiful. God created music. God created all things. So let's use our instrument to the most. Get you a sustain pedal and watch how you start sounding. And God bless.